Hi, welcome to Eggheads Barbecue and Grill, mobile kitchen build. We are installing our power system. So we have a 100-watt solar panel that's going to live on top of the trailer up there. It's going to be mounted flat, so we don't have to worry about, trying to track the sun or anything. And it's just going to feed into the DC power system for the trailer that'll run the water pump and things like that. So let's start figuring out how we're going to install this guy. Okay, this is the back of the panel. We can see the electronics over here. We also have mounting bolts or mounting holes that run down each side of the panel, and we're just going to use some little angle iron to kind of run down each side like this, drill some holes so that we have attachment points, and then coming up vertically off these angle iron will be little pieces of 6 inches or so of steel bar, just to give us the offset that we need. We need about 6 inches so that when the sun hits the galvanized steel roof, the heat doesn't transfer as easily to the panel, because when a solar panel gets warm, it loses efficiency. So we don't want that. So we're going to use this angle iron, cut a little frame, weld that up so that we can have a mounting point, and then we'll create the little brackets to sit on the roof. We'll have to, with the piece that comes up here, we'll have to angle the foot to match the pitch of the roof, but that shouldn't be too difficult. So let's put this frame together. Because these pieces are relatively small, I can just stack them up like this. So when I make the cut, I'm getting completely identical pieces. And with this frame, I really want everything to be nice and square. And of course I realize that saying completely identical is redundant. I just want them to be identical. Okay, so we're going to make the feet for the brackets before we weld the brackets onto the frame for the solar panel. So we can't put these at a 90-degree angle because there's a pitch to the roof. So these guys will actually be vertical, and we want it to match the pitch of the roof, sort of like that. So I've measured the pitch, and it's a 1-inch drop for every 12 inches across. So we've got a little jig that we're going to set up, a little angle iron clamped down over there, and I've measured along 12 inches out this way, and then 1 inch down, and then connected that with a straight line. That's going to be where the other angle iron goes. We'll clamp that in, and that'll serve as a jig for our little brackets and their feet for the solar panel frame. Okay, we've got our first couple of bracket pieces clamped in place. Let's weld it up. Okay, so here's what the bracket looks like in place under the panel. I added some expanded steel there just for some back and forth support along that long end. But everything fits. Everything looks like it'll be okay. Let's put it on the roof and see what she looks like up there. Okay, looks like it's going to work. Fits up here nicely. The pitch on the feet worked out perfectly. Lays nice and flat against the roof. All over there. And I'm going to position it so that when I know I talked about having 3 brackets before, but having these two, they're lined up so that they'll be able to screw into the, not just the roof, but the support cross pieces that are running under the roof. So that'll just give this some extra staying power. But it looks pretty good. We'll just have to get it all painted up, bolted in place, and then we can install the solar panel and then run the electronics. Okay, so we've got our finish coat on. We have holes set for where it will attach to the solar panel, and then where it's going to attach down on the roof. All that's left to do is mount the solar panel and then put it on the roof. Let's do that. Okay, we've got it set on the bottom of the solar panel now, and we just have to bolt it in place. Luckily, the measurements all worked out. The holes line up. That's always good when that happens. So let's bolt this guy in place. Bum bum bum. All right, one installed solar panel, along with the roof vent that we put in. So we've got our brackets all secured to the roof, down into the cross pieces under there as well, all sealed up. Solar panel sits on there nicely, nice and flat. Don't really need an angle, that way you don't have to worry about the orientation that you park toward the sun and whatnot. So we have the cables that will run under here, kind of go through that grating, clip into their buddies on the other side, go through a little hole that we'll put in there, down to the rest of the system. So that's it for the physical installation. Once I get the wiring kit, we will go ahead and do the electrical part, hook it up to the controller and the battery. We will see you next time.